Shannon Sharpe is being fired from ESPN, bro. Uh, this is coming off what 2 weeks after him and his accuser did a settlement, and yeah, it just I understood that they were gonna fire him. Like there was no way, regardless of how that settlement went, unless he could 100% prove that it was purely consensual. But even with that, it's like, bro, first of all, to anybody, no means no. It doesn't matter if it's playful, no means no. Like, and there's a lot of examples of where you could be like, nah, it's playful. Like we were in it, and some girls would probably defend it too. Like, yo, no, I'm saying no, but I don't really mean that. The problem with that is, and specifically in Shannon Sharp situation, and there's a lot of different instances where this won't matter too much. Like, if we're being completely honest, the no like these type of people or women that do shit like this are only gonna do it to guys that got money. Only gonna do it to guys that got money. If she was with a broke dude and they were playing around like that, she wouldn't have even. She probably would have just might be disliked him or hated him, but she probably wouldn't have took it to the court, tried to accuse him of rape, all that stuff. She wouldn't have did none of that. It happened because he got money. It happened because he's a known figure. It happened because she knows and the lawyers know that yo, if we put this on his label, his name, no matter what, he's gonna have to pay out. And so that's exactly what happened. Now in Shannon Sharp's case, I like honestly, if I'm keeping it in the buck, I can't defend him. What you did was just dumb as fuck. And mainly because you had a situation like this years ago when somebody accused you of something like this and you won. So if you understand that, yo, there's women out there who are going to try to attempt to do this, and you've said this a lot of times in your shows that you don't deal with women, you're scared to go over their house, all this and stuff, all this and that. Why would you even play around with a woman, a OnlyFans girl at that, and a chick that's 20 years younger than you, plus 20 plus years younger than you? Why would you even play around with her? Saying and joking, and that's the type of relationship you had, but you had to have thought in the back of your head, yo, I'm saying all this, but what if she pulled what the last chick pulled? Would I be able to defend myself in the court of law? Now, where you fucked up is you probably wasn't thinking you was gonna get as popping as you are now, which I can't really. Nah, that can't even be the case, right? Because who wouldn't think you're gonna just progress and get better than what you were, especially if you're on that trajectory and you're putting in that much effort, right? So if you believed that I'm gonna take this from here to here, and although the Cat Williams success, it really catapults you like faster than you probably projected, why would you willingly put yourself in these situations to fail? That's why I can't really like defend Shannon in this. And that's like that's we all love Shannon. But damn it, bro, like that was just very fucking stupid. Especially like the bro, you deal with whoever you want to deal with. Fuck the age and all that. I don't really care too much about that. She's a 20-year-old. I can understand why you would want to fuck on a 20-year-old, and I'm not what that no that's legal age. It's not my prerogative, but I'm 26. But I can see why you would want to do all that. She was thick, all that cool. Why sit there and talk about choking you? Why sit there and do all of this when you already had women in your life that tried to accuse you of some shit before? Just why? Just why put yourself in that? I know he probably wasn't thinking, oh, she's recording. She could be recording. You didn't have no thought into any of that. Well, why didn't you just record all your interactions with her and conversations with her too? Like, I feel like people at some point, the more popular you get, the more money you have to understand. And I'm not somebody in that spot, but this is how I think of right now. I like to hold on to anything I have, period. I don't want nobody to get away with that. And it could be a penny. You ain't about to sue me for my fucking penny. Like, I need that shit. So I'm making sure that I have all my T's and T's crossed and I's dotted. That's not the way you say it, but y'all get what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to me how he didn't have some type of protection or just something ready to just make sure that this shit didn't happen to him at all. Now his show was booming. Like, it's not like he needs ESPN, but being on ESPN was probably the greatest thing of his career, his post NFL career, his journalist career, his sports analyst, his entertainment, all of that. Like that, this was the height of it. His show is not going to eclipse ESPN because it comes on YouTube. It's not on TV platforms where everybody can. Well, I don't know if it's on TV platforms. It might be, but it's mainly on YouTube. And it's with Chad. Like, there's ESPN took you to a different level as far as your branding and stuff. Now, you weren't as boisterous on there as you were on Undisputed, but still, just seeing you on First Take, seeing you on these live talk shows and all this stuff, it was different for his own branding, and that all got ruined, all because of one woman, and we can all sit here and blame her for it, but he also has to take some accountability in that. It's just you dealt with the wrong person, bro. And you knew that from the jump, though. You knew how women could be. So I just don't get why how you allow this to happen. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. I just feel like when people get money, are they not thinking smarter? Are they, or just somehow they still set in their dumbass ways? And that's where I'm starting to find out a lot more, because a lot of niggas is getting arrested over stupid shit.